Alright, this is the moment y'all have all been waiting for. My prediction of Pacquiao versus Brandon Rios. Now, I'm going to break it down to you scientifically on how the fight should play out. First, I will tell you what they need to do in order to be successful. Manny Pacquiao must not, I repeat, must not let Brandon Rios fight him on the inside. All he needs to do is take half steps in the ring and does not choreograph his moves. He's going to have to use a lot of feints and a lot of head movement, dropping 1-2 hammers, tying up Brandon Rios, and resetting. Tie him up, don't let Brandon Rios work, and reset. Drop your 1-2s, don't stand in front of Brandon Rios trying to trade. Smother his punches, grab him and tie him up. Let the ref break you up, spin your way out. And you should have a successful night, because you can counter him with a good right hook if if you decide you want to throw one. Brandon Rios hasn't fought a southpaw in a long time, probably since his career, so this will be a new thing for him. So you might want to try to mesmerize him a little bit, or keep him befuddled by not trying to dictate all of the offense. Let Brandon have to work for something. Now, if you Brandon Rios, this is your night, because him being a southpaw actually plays into your advantage. Your lead right hands, which Brandon Rios likes to throw, is perfect. It's perfectly designed for a southpaw. When Manny Pacquiao comes in, he reaches, and he normally reaches too much. The counter right hand is always going to be there. Brandon Rios has a way of keeping his head up, then he'll duck his head down and throw short shots. And then that's why his punches hurt so much. It's because they're really short, they're really compact, and he catches you right on the button with them. Then on the inside, he's a beast. So you don't want to stay in the kill box with Brandon Rios, because he can turn over punches, and he does have enough power to go to 147 and still be effective. Now, you have to cut the ring off on Manny Pacquiao if you're Brandon Rios. You're going to have to take that half step over and make him fight when he doesn't want to fight. And Manny Pacquiao, after a couple of rounds, turns into Manny Pacquiao, and he just starts fighting off instincts. Game plan is out of the window. Now, giving you the tools on what they would need to do, let's go into what's going to happen in the fight. This is how I see the fight playing out. When the fight starts, Manny's going to be fast. Brandon's going to be trying to figure him out with the jab. Manny's going to be a little impressed with Rios' speed. Manny's going to try to keep the fight a little fast, but not too fast for Brandon Rios. He's going to try to wait to the third round to turn up the speed. He wants to try to get his range first with Brandon Rios. Rios is going to throw the jab, but he's going to find himself following Manny a lot instead of just cutting the ring off and being in position. He's going to land a good couple of body shots, but they're going to be one and a few. He's going to get hit with a lot of lefts, but not cleanly in the first 3 rounds, and a lot of people are going to think Manny Pacquiao's looking better than ever. But Rios doesn't look overwhelmed in the fight. He's still in the fight. He's not terribly hurt, and he's still going. Now, after round 3, now we're going to start to see the fight, because that's when the things start to change. The speed of the fight will start to pick up a little bit. Manny Pacquiao will do probably well, but Rios will get his shots in, because Manny will probably be opening up. And when Manny opens up, he opens up too much. He throws the game plan out the window, and he's reaching, and he's just head in the air and ready to take one, to give one. This is when Rios is going to have his moments to where Brandon's gonna probably catch him with a left to the body to get his attention and go up top and get his rhythm. And that's what you don't want if you're Manny Pacquiao. You're gonna have to jab in this fight. Try to keep him off balance. But if Rios is using his jab to keep the range, he's gonna have a bad night. And this is where Alex Ariza come in at. When you start getting around 5, 6, 7, this is when Pacquiao used to gas out. He would try to save it and not use and exert so much energy because he would gas out. And this is before Alex got there. The reason why they got Alex Ariza to turn him around. Now he's gonna be back. He's older. He's like 10 years older now. And before, it was feint, half-ass right jab, big left hand. Big straight left. When he's throwing that 1-1-2, which is really the feint, the first one. So it's feint 1-2, feint 1-2. When he's doing that and he turns into that Manny, feint 1-2, Brandon Rios is gonna try to put him to sleep with a short shot, or at least buckle him or hurt him. Because in the back of Manny's mind, no matter what everybody's telling him, he is nervous. He's going to be nervous until he gets hit with that first punch and he feels like he can take it and he's okay. Every fighter has told me the same thing who's been knocked out. Say, no matter what anybody tell you, you're not going to be alright until you feel that first punch and you can take it and be like, okay, we good. But you still going to have some reserves about walking straight in, taking punches. I think Manny Pacquiao starts to fade in the later rounds of the fight, and Brandon Rios wins the fight by decision, and I think it's going to shock a lot of people. But I'll see Pacquiao breaking down, trying to fight the last 30 seconds of the rounds, because he's going to start fatiguing, and that 1-1-2 is not going to be working for him, and he's going to be standing in front of Brandon Rios. And I think this is where people are going to see Brandon Rios has got the stamina to go to distance and be effective all the way through the fight. And y'all got to look at the numbers. See, people ignore numbers. Would you be shocked if I told you Brandon Rios throws more power punches than Manny Pacquiao? You shouldn't be shocked. He throws power shots. Pacquiao's in the 40s. Brandon Rios throws 54 power punches a round. He throws more punches than Manny Pacquiao, period. More power shots, more jabs than Manny Pacquiao. So his punch output is up. Manny punch output is lowered. Now, granted, he had a guy that was standing in front of him, and Pacquiao's been fighting Marquez for the last couple of fights. Now, Pacquiao's punch output might go up against Rios, but then again, that hasn't been the case. A lot of people's punch output a lot lower when they face Brandon Rios. This guy has never fought going backwards. Now let's see what happens. Your boy Karceno, I'm out. Enjoy the fights. Click the link, go to Boxing Socialist, check out our stuff there. We got a lot of stuff on this fight. The Carl Froch interviews and all that stuff, that's coming up too. We ain't gonna just flood everybody with this fight. And tell me what y'all think.